What up, boy? What up, puppies? Welcome back to a brand new. Welcome back to a brand new. Would you suck a D for money? You like little boys? No. Family friendly. Family friendly. What up, fam? What up, guys? Hey, man. Welcome back. Welcome back to a brand new. So we got it. We're doing an AskJT live here today, guys. I have a bunch of questions that you guys have been leaving. I have a bunch of questions you guys left. Hashtag AskJT in the past couple videos. I'm going to be going. Jazzy, come on. This is live. No. No. Who says that? Who is that? Like Tom Hanks? What? What's the Tom guy? Tom. No. It's like that Santa Claus guy. No.
Oh, that's Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. That's my guy. What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new. What's up from Costa Rica? Wow. All right, we're going to hop into the first question here, Papas. Get off me. We're going to answer the first question here. Hashtag AskJT. Boy, I think this is episode 31. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. What up, Familia? If you guys are watching this not live, I will have timestamps for the questions where I answered them. I'll have timestamps in the description. I'll have times. Can you get me a beer? At least I got to do one chug before. One chug. Can you pour it in a glass? All right. My wife is getting stuff ready. If you're watching this not live, check the description below for timestamps for when I answer the AskJT questions with your guys. So we're going to be hashtag make JT moan. So my wife, I don't know why that is a thing. Yeah, I'm happy. Probably that's probably why they like that shit. Yeah. My wife's getting the beer. She's getting the beer for me, man. We're going to do the celebratory AskJT chug, bro. Although I can't do it usually. Yeah, wife, you're being a good one, getting the beer ready. That's what wives are for, man. That's what wives are for. So just hold on tight, boys. You hold on tight. You hold on steady. Is Kyle back? It's so funny, man. Kyle. Not Kyle Gott. There's a Kyle that's a troll, man. He's the chat troll. And every time he's here, we say, fuck Kyle. Actually, that's not very family friendly, but it's okay. We're doing this live. Do it live. The beer's almost here. The beer's almost here. Yeah, I got 10.
That's a nice pour. It's a nice pour.
That's a nice pour. That's a nice pour. Yeah, I got a farmer's tan. I got super tan, guys. If you saw my video yesterday, I rode down to San Diego. I rode 4 hours. Yo, thank you so much, Zachariah Potter. $2 super chat, man, for the super fam. What is your thoughts on Nuke Life? Keep killing it. I think you make bank after you get out. The only thing is, Nukes, you got to do 6 years. You know, your contracts are a little longer, but you set yourself up for success. If you could handle the curriculum, if you could handle the grueling hours on watch, on deployment, you're good, bro. You're going to learn a lot. It's going to toughen you up. All right, we're going to hop right into this AskJT episode 31. We're doing it live for the poppies.
Doing it live.
See, the only thing is this is too cold. It's cold as you can't chug a cold beer.
You told me to pour it in an ice cold glass.
You're trying to set me up for failure.
Oh my god,
it's
you
gonna
set yourself up.
All right, man, we're gonna let this cool down. We're gonna hop into the first question and then we'll chug. First question here, AskJT. From Ron. Ron says, hashtag AskJT, what was it like sleeping on a ship? What was it like sleeping on a ship? Question 1 from Ron. So sleeping on a ship, you guys will be exposed to it first. In boot camp, you guys will be exposed to the red lights that you're going to have on. When it gets dark on a carrier or any type of naval ship, we go from the white lights to either red or blue because white light travels like a mother trucker across the ocean. Miles and miles and miles. You can see that. So red and blue, not only does it keep our ship anonymous, but it doesn't show us our position. Well, that's anonymous, obviously. Dude, get it together, bro. But sleeping on a ship, it's kind of tough at first because it's very loud, obviously, especially at nighttime. Babe, let's try to keep it quiet here, babe. Let's try to keep it quiet. Let's try to keep it professional. So it can get very loud at times, especially if there's flight operations. You're going to have F-18s landing right above you as you're trying to sleep. You're going to have lights on. The red lights are going to be on. But you get used to the lights. You get used to the noise. And eventually, even the rocking of the ship will lull you to sleep. So, like for me now, I can sleep now as a civilian in anything. I can sleep as a civilian in any type of noise. While my wife here, any little noise I make at night, be quiet! Be quiet! You're so loud! I'm like, holy shit, you can drive a fucking freight train through this house, and I'll be like, what? I didn't hear it. So, I hope that, so Ron, hashtag AskJT, bro. I hope that answered your first question. We're doing this live, guys. If you're new to the stream, if you're just hopping in here, I do a series called hashtag AskJT where you guys leave questions. You guys leave any type of question, and I respond to them in this series. We're doing this live. Let's go. I'm trying to warm it up. I'm trying to warm up the... I can't do it cold. I can't do it cold, man. Not ice cold. But we're going for the try. Babe, cheer me on. No, cheer me on.
Chug, 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 chug. Oh, oh.
Chug, chug, chug. No, stop. Stop doing those noises.
I get into
Hashtag Maz AskJT mode, not Jesse. That's the
get
wrong
into
fucking...
it.
Holy shit, Scott. We got a $2 hauler from Scott. Thank you, bro, for the support. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? For you, Chris. Ah!
Happy.
Babe, get in front of the camera. Babe, do something.
I'm here. Oh, watch the microphone. Can you hear me? A test. A test.
We're back here. We're doing this live. Yo, thank you, man. Epic Gamers, bro. Epic Gamers for the $1 hauler, baby. We're doing this live, bro. This ain't family friendly anymore. You thought you were here to see family friendly? You ain't seeing it now, baby. I didn't throw up. I didn't throw up. I had drippage. I had drippage. All right, question number 2. Hashtag AskJT. We're doing it live. Ron, you're done. Ron, I'm not answering your question anymore. Oh, shit. We got a serious question. We got a serious question from Seth Halstead. Hashtag AskJT. He says, did you ever get depressed while living on a Navy ship? Did I ever get depressed while living on a Navy ship? Hashtag AskJT from Seth. Papa, what the? Papa! 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 Oh, Papa! Oh, Papa! No, Papa. Give me keys, Papa. Give me keys. All right, that was good. Papa knew, man. That's what dogs are for. You know what I'm saying? You start talking about depression, and look, Papa came up. He's giving me kisses. He's a good boy. He's a sweet man with a great plan. So to answer your question, yes, I did actually, Papa, stop. I did go through some a time where I was depressed because I was very sick.
Oh my God.
Your boy was very sick on deployment for a time, and I was SIQ for a while. I was SIQ for 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks straight, I was in my rack for 23 hours, 22 hours out of 24 hours out of the day. In my rack almost every day for 2 weeks. And basically, I don't want to give you the details, but it was pretty bad. And I got pretty down on myself, you know? Like, I was the least confident I ever was. I was isolated. I was not feeling well. And it was tough, man. It was tough. But you know what I can tell you is going through that stuff, I feel like I can do anything now. I feel like I can get through anything now. You know what I'm saying, guys? So that's what some of the positives and negatives when you join the Navy. You're gonna go through some really good times, and then you could go through some very bad times. But you can't have the good without the bad. You know that song, the Jason Mraz? It takes a train to take. No, he says, life is wonderful. Life goes full circle. It takes an egg to have a hen.
Wait, it goes full what?
It takes a train to... What the fuck? How does that song go, man? Life is Wonderful by Jason Mraz, bro. You got to have the good, the bad to have the good. I'm losing my train of thought. I hope that answered your question, bro. So yes, man, we're gonna go in. We're doing hashtag AskJT if you're new here to the stream. Cameron in the chat. Yes, how bad was the double dragon? Cameron, we're gonna go to a chat question real quick. So yes, the double dragon, Cameron, that is a sickness that is only on ships. You are doing number 2 and number 3 at the same time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you're like, how do I do this? You're like going this and you're going like this and like this. It's crazy. The double dragon, it sweeps across the ship. It is it goes across the whole ship. It's super contagious. Everyone picks it up sometimes. So I had it one time, but that wasn't the story I just told. It wasn't because of the double dragon. That was a different sickness I had. Basically, yeah, I'll tell you guys about it later. But Scott, he says $2. What kind of beer do you like? Thank you, Scott, for the support, man. What kind of beer? Send JT beer. This is the one I just chugged. That was a cerveza. A cerveza, also known as a Mexican beer, also known as Modelo. Mexican beer. All right, so we're going to go into question 3. We're going into question 3. Are you an alcoholic?
I asked.
You know, that's funny. My wife asked me that same question because when I started dating Jessie, she was underage, and I would order like a beer at dinner sometimes. And she was like, are you an alcoholic? like 4 weeks into us dating, she's like, you always order, like, she was joking, but like, no, just because you have one beer doesn't mean you're an alcoholic. Hope that answers your question. Yo, Epic Gamers, thank you so much for another $2, man. It feels like I'm at the club with all these ones. Yeah, man, now you're throwing the $2 holler. All right, we're going to go into question number 3. From Cheyenne. They said, hashtag AskJT, do you need a passport before you traveled to different ports? No, I never had a passport. I went to 10 different countries, man. I lived in Japan, never had a passport. When I was on deployment, I went to Bahrain, Dubai. Those are in the Middle East, never had a passport. I went to Turkey, that's in the Mediterranean, never had a passport. Went to Australia, that's in the Coral Sea, never had a passport. Went to China, never had a passport. Korea, never had a passport. Singapore, never had a passport. Thailand, never had a passport. Where else did I go?
You never had a passport at all.
I never had yeah, I know.
So why?
I don't know why I keep saying that. Yeah, I never had one. You are recommended, like you could get one. Like it's recommended, but you don't need it. I just was like, you have your military ID, you can go anywhere with that, pretty much when you're deployed. So there you go, Cheyenne. Hashtag AskJT. I hope that answered your question, man. Let's go. I'm going back to the comments. I know we're going back and forth. We're doing this live. If you want to watch this later, I will have the timestamps. Holy shit.
Okay, I'm done.
You're like literally cutting.
I'm making a cookbook.
You can't make a cookbook like 30 feet over there. You got to do it right next to me. You're like Papa.
I like to be near you.
God, dude. It's like a double Papa, dude. All right, but yes, I will have timestamps for the questions I answered if you want to watch this later. Yo, what up? 250 people here, man. What's up, fam? We got 250 members of the fam. I'm going to try to answer a question. Hashtag AskJT, favorite Mrs. Suits moment.
Oh, God.
My favorite moment with my wife, with Mrs. Suits? I don't know, man. There's so many.
Oh.
If I was to pick one, probably that I remember closely is when we went snorkeling. When we got married, we went snorkeling in this bay. And come to find out, when we got out of the ocean, they tell us that was the biggest breeding ground for hammerhead sharks.
And reef.
And like her reaction was so freaking funny finding that out. We're like swimming with turtles. We're all chilling, like having a great time. No worries in the world. We're like, oh, we're with turtles, man. No, where there's turtles, there's predators trying to eat the turtles. Yeah, it was the biggest hammerhead breeding grounds, man. That was funny. That was a funny time. Vlad, hashtag AskJT, what happens when you get morning wood at boot camp? LOL. You got to hide that shit, bro. Look, it's funny. That's a funny question because you'll be sleeping, dead asleep. The RDCs will come in. Wake up, get out of your racks, get on the tow line, get on the tow line. You'll have to jump out of your rack and go on the tow line and put your boots on in like 5 seconds. And yeah, man, if you got a morning chub, bro, dude, you got to hide that shit, bro. Or you can stand there proud with it. Pitch a tent, bro. Intimidate the RDCs. Just say JT Suits said, I can intimidate you. And just look them in the eyes, pitch that shit. No, do not do that. Do not do that, bro. That would not be good. That's the last thing you should do. You'll get fucking probably sent out. You'll get kicked out of boot camp. I don't know if you get kicked out of boot camp. It's a bodily function. What the fuck? But yeah, don't stare the RDC in the eyes when you're doing that if that happens. Not a good time, bro. All right, we got a next question. Hashtag AskJT. Loco Dragon 39. He says, I'm a Naval Sea Cadet. That's nice. I was wondering how cool is it on an aircraft carrier being on the flight deck? How scary was that? How cool and scary? Loco Dragon wants to know how cool and scary the flight deck is. So I'll tell you the scariest part. It is scary at first. You will, if you don't have fear or like respect when you go up there, you got to respect it at all times. You always respect the flight deck. You should never get complacent 100% because something could always, what? Complacent? They always say that. You'll always hear that in the Navy if you work on the flight deck. Never get comfortable, never get complacent, never let your guard down on the flight deck. You got to keep your head on a swivel, 360 degrees, 24/7, because anything could go wrong at any time. It's a crazy.
Do you want me to answer that and tell him to fuck off?
Huh?
Do you want me to answer that and tell him to fuck off?
What?
Beer man?
Oh, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, so back to the question. The scariest part of my time on the flight deck was when I was training. When you're training, if you guys want to be a flight deck worker, you're going to be a trainee first, a flight deck trainee. When you're a trainee, you have a big T, a big blue T on your cranial to know you're a trainee, number one. For me, though, my first time, I was working night check. I was working at night my very first time on deployment. My first week, my first couple of weeks on the carrier, I was night check. So I worked, it's 12 on, 12 off. So I worked from 1800 at night to 6 in the morning, right? That's night check on deployment, 12 on, 12 off. So when I was training, I was up there at night, pitch black, dark, full flight operations are going on. You know, jets are taxiing everywhere. There's jet exhaust blowing in your face. You can get blown off the flight deck if you make one wrong move. If the F-18 goes on to power, you know, when an F-18 turns, they go on to power and the exhaust is fucking hot as fuck and strong. So number one, that was super scary and intimidating learning when you're a trainee. But once you've been on deployment a couple weeks, a couple months, then it's like you think you're a pro. You're like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Like you're running under aircraft, you're like dodging jets. You're fucking like, it's crazy, man. It's one of the funnest things we got. All right, back to the chat. I hope that answered your question. Guys, yo, we got two $10 haulers for super chat, man. Thank you guys so much for the support. I'm going to go back to the chat. If you guys want to know the questions from the AskJT video, I'm doing this live right now. Just go in the description later. Yo, Bradley, thank you so much for the support, man, for the $10 super chat. How easy is it to go to college after the military with the GI Bill benefits? That's a good question, man. How about any other benefits when I get out of the Marine Corps? All right, so yes, Bradley, the GI Bill. I've been on the GI Bill now for almost 3 years. So I got out of active duty in 2014. I got out of the active reserves in 2015. So now I'm in active reserves. I'm in the reserves for only 2 more months. So that's why I went back on base yesterday and did that vlog, put the uniform back on, because my 8 years are officially up in August. So like I was saying, though, I've been on the GI Bill almost 3 years. And I've gotten my payments on time every time. They've never missed a payment of BAH. Like when you're a full-time student on the GI Bill, you get paid E5 BAH for every month that you're in school full-time. So you're not going to get money in the summer if you don't go to summer school. But I went to summer school. That's how I got around that. I was always getting E5 BAH because I went to school in the fall, in the spring, and I went to summer school for these past 3 years. So not only am I graduating a semester early, because I'll be done in this fall coming up of college, because I went to summer school, but I kept that money coming the whole time. I kept the GI Bill money flowing the whole time because I was in summer school, and then went right to fall, then went to spring. So there will be like a month or two out of those 12 months out of the year. If you're a full-time student, you're not going to get money. So you definitely have to like budget and think, you know. But yeah, the GI Bill, if there's any other tips I can give you, just fuck, man, like there's tutors, you know, like don't be adverse to getting help. I struggled Shit, man, I can't even speak. I'm slurring.
Are you drunk?
I'm not. Me and Jesse went to the pub before I chugged this beer. I had a couple of beers at the bar. I might be getting slowly inebriated, but Bradley, don't be scared to get help, man, and to go to a tutor when you're after the military. You know, my study habits were kaput. They were poo-poo, shitty, blah blah. You know, like I was struggling. Like I never gotten C's in my life before. I know that's like, oh my God, JT, a C's not bad. But for me, I never gotten C's academically before I went into college after the military. You know, and like I forgot how to study. I forgot just like how to apply myself when it comes to school and the curriculum. So use tutors, man. Like if you see yourself slipping, you know, and talk to your teachers, bro. But the GI Bill is great, man. I almost got my degree because of the Navy and the GI Bill. So we're gonna go to the next $10 hauler, man. Oh, Ronnie just donated $10 out of the kindness of his heart. He didn't have a question. Ronnie, thank you so much, man. All right, so we got done with those questions. I got two more. I got a couple more hashtag AskJT questions to answer. So for the live stream, we're doing this live, guys. Usually, you know, I record this video and I answer your questions and I'll edit it. I'll do some stuff, but now you get to see, man, the live flow. Z-Lot in the chat says, where do I live? I'm not going to tell you where I live exactly, but I'm in Ventura County, area code 805. California, man, Ventura County. So yesterday I went from Ventura to San Diego, or 2 days ago on Friday. I went from Ventura to San Diego. I rode my motorcycle 4 fucking hours to meet Donnie and Nikki's ass. It was worth it though, man. All right, we got the next question. Next hashtag AskJT question from Cap and Cap. Captain or Cap and Cap. He says, how do you take college classes in the Navy for getting deployed? So he wants to know about taking college classes if you get deployed on a ship. How does that happen? So a lot of times, if you're on a big enough ship, like for carriers, we'll definitely have this, especially like LHDs, like bigger ships, even small boys, I'm sure they have this. They'll send a teacher. They'll send 1 or 2 professors that will teach college accredited classes, like basic ones, like English, math, like to get your GED, you know, like the basic credits and shit that everyone needs. You can knock that out on deployment if you want. I had a couple friends that took those classes. I just never did because I just was focusing on like making rank and getting my quals, and I put all my study time into like my Navy studies, you know, where some people just took college classes, you know, and didn't really super accelerate with their Navy stuff, but they would like put the extra time in on deployment to study for their college classes they were taking. So there are professors on the boat or on the ship that come out and teach classes. So that is, hope that answers your question, Bretta. All right, we're going to go back to the chat, man. We're going back to the chat before we answer the last question from Reynaldo. The last question is coming up from Reynaldo. JT Seeds, are you wearing eye makeup? LOL. You know what's funny?
I want to do his makeup so bad for a video.
Hey.
So bad. Tell him yes.
You know what's funny? I've been told that my whole life. Like ever since I was in middle school. Are you wearing eyeliner? Are you wearing makeup? No, it's I just have I have what, dark eyelashes?
Yeah.
I have Italian eyelashes, bro. Long. They're long and strong. I'm Italian stallion. Fucking stallion. Oh, we got a $5 hauler. Yo, thank you so much, Zach. Zach Attack 357. Hey, how did you become an LSC like you did? Sounds like a pretty cool job. Yes, Zach. Being an LSC was one of the funnest things I ever did in the Navy. Landing and directing helicopters on the flight deck, you know, is just like it's an exciting experience. It's very fun. And how do you become one? To be an LSC, you can either become an ABH. If you're a yellow shirt, yellow shirts will do LSE on small boys. So if you're on a frigate, a destroyer, a cruiser, and there's a helicopter squadron attached to that boat, the ABHs, the yellow shirts, are going to be doing your LSing. Now, what I did on a carrier if you're going to be an LSC on a carrier, you got to be what I did. You got to go to a squadron. So first you get attached to a helicopter squadron. So once you get attached to a helicopter squadron, you can be an AM, an AD, an AE, an AT, an AO. It can be any aviation rate. You just have to be part of an aviation squadron or a helicopter squadron. And then once you get deployed with the squadron, they usually offer people, or they don't offer, but like you just let them know, you know, like, hey, who wants to train for LSE? It's a qualification you get. So there's a program called ASM in the Navy. And it's where it's a program that tracks all your quals. It tracks all your qualifications from plane captain to LSE to your collateral duty inspector to your tire and wheel. So it'll just be another qualification that you can earn. And not a lot of people do it because it's a lot of work, man. So usually you have to be part of the plane captain branch. If you want to be an LSE, you have to be part of a helicopter squadron, and then you have to be part of the plane captain branch in the helicopter squadron, and then you have to earn the qualification. So you got to do a shitload of on-the-job training. You got to do a shitload of launch and recoveries with somebody that's qualified as a trainee. So it took a couple months for me to get it on deployment, but once I got it, I feel like, dude, like my squadron always had me LSE, you know, because I got that shit done. And like there was never any mishaps. I was always on point with my hand signals, with the communication, because you're talking too as an LSE. You're not just directing aircraft on the flight deck. You're also talking to primary control. You're talking with officers that are watching over the whole evolution, like the air traffic controllers. So you're in communication with them. You have to watch the beacons. There's a green, yellow, and red beacon that you have to watch at all times. You have to have comms at all times. And as you're doing all that, you also have to watch everything around you that's going on the flight deck. You have to have people in and out of the rotor arc. You got to always be talking to the pilots in front of you in the aircraft. So it's so much shit going on at one time that like it's fun though. Once you get trained and like you're confident, it's like one of the best jobs, in my opinion. So I hope that answered your question, man. We're gonna go one more. And also you'll see, man, if you see people, a lot of people don't like aviation. Like if you go what I did, there's some animosity between aviation, right? Like the brown shoes and then black shoes, you know, because aviation, we only go on the ship when it's deployed. So the other rates, the black shoes, engineering rates, nuke jobs, whatever, for an example, they are on the ship 24/7, you know, working. I only go on the ship when they need the helicopters, when we get sent out to sea. So if we're not deployed, I'm chilling on the base in like a barracks room. I work out of a hangar bay. So a lot of times there's animosity between surface guys and like aviation guys, but it's just like friendly shit talk. Some people do get pretty butthurt because they're salty, they're jealous, but whatever. All right, we got one last question. One last #AskJT question, guys. If you want to go back and see where all the questions are that I answered, I'll have them timestamped after this video is not live. But Ronaldo Monroy. Yo, Jason, thank you so much, bro, for the $2 holler, man. Do you know Officer Boot Camp? Is Officer Boot Camp the same as enlisted? I can definitely tell you no. It is not the same as enlisted. Andy, make JT sober again. Yes. Fuck, dude. I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting a little warm, actually, dude. My pores. Do you smell that it's coming out of my pores?
I don't want
You smell that? You smell the cerveza?
I don't want to smell.
No, I'm good, bro. I'm sober. Dude, I'm under control. We're going into this last question, though. Ronaldo, Ronaldo is asking, joining the Navy as an older person. He's worried. He said, what's my perspective on older guys joining the Navy? You know, I'm like 24 or above. You know, I say the median age in boot camp is like 18 to 22. You know, it's a lot of people. So if you're like 24, 25 or above, you might feel it's not a negative thing at all, man. It is far from negative being older in boot camp. There's only positives that I can tell you. You know, maybe the only negative is you're not going to be as you might not have as fast of a metabolism as you once had. you know, so you might have to watch what you eat more than younger sailors. You might not, you know, be the most flexible, be the most athletic as you were when you were younger, but the Navy PT standards are so easy. That's not a worry at all. So there's nothing to worry about, man. The positives, though, there's many. You know, me being 26 now, from when I joined the Navy at 18 to now being 26, dude, just like 4 years, 3-4 years being older than somebody, it's like a million fucking years of life experience at that age. You know, like 5 years when you're 21, that's almost a quarter of your life. 5 years. You know, 5 years when you're 30, that's like a sixth of your life. That's not shit. You know, it's like, oh, it's just 5 years, bro. So when you're older, not only do you have more life experience, you have better leadership skills. You have more common sense. You're not as prone to getting sucked into all the bullshit and drama that the younger kids do. You're more looked at as a leader. You can take more leadership opportunities. So just embrace it, man. Embrace it. Kyle, yo, what's going on? Is Kyle in the chat? Is Kyle got in the chat? Yo, I see people saying KG. Where's my boy? Yo, we just got a $20 from Larry. Larry, dude. Larry, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Larry, but thank you so much, brother, for the $20 holler. Yo, what's up with Kyle, man? Is Kyle in the chat? Yo, I'm looking for the comment, bro. What's going on? KG, got love. Got love for Papa?
Hell yeah.
Got love for Papa? Yeah, guys, so that was the last question, man, for this AskJT. I'm still going to be staying on a little bit longer. I'm not going right away. But I answered about 5 or 6 questions. So once this live stream is over, I'm going to go and timestamp everything for you guys if you want to go watch it. Yo, Andrew, thank you so much for the $2, man. 28 with a misdemeanor, but a master's. OCS is an option. So if you have a misdemeanor, I know that affects, if you have any type of record, I can tell you, I know that affects your security clearance. That affects your clearance, you know. Now,
you can get no nuke codes.
So I don't know what officers need, bro. Like, you might not be able to. I don't know if, like, you can. I don't want to say you can't go officer with a misdemeanor. There's waivers for freaking everything nowadays, man. There's waivers for everything. So it's just like a lot of people don't want to go through the process of getting a waiver. People want to join the military like right now. They want to go to boot camp right now. They're like, you got to wait 3 months. What? I can't wait 3 months. I want to go in 3 fucking days. So a lot of people, you know, they don't want to wait for the waivers. They'll accept they'll accept the undesignated airmen. They'll accept the pack seamen because they don't have patience, you know, and sometimes that's on them. But yeah, bro, if you have a misdemeanor, your best bet is to talk to a recruiter that's for officers. Because I was just enlisted. I was an E5 though. I was a petty officer, 2nd class. So, you know, I was exposed to a decent amount of stuff, like military policy related. But yeah, I couldn't tell you about that. Papa's here though. He's being a sweet man. Oh, okay. Dude, pit bulls are the best, bro. Look at this man. He's the sweetest dog, bro. He's the best dog, man. I love him. All right, you getting off me? Get off me. All right, Cookie Man. Cookie Man says, what's the girls like? What are the females like? Number one, it's not girls anymore, Cookie. Once you join the military, they're females. All right? So you better learn that today. No, it's weird. When I first got out of the military, if you call a girl that's a civilian a female, they're going to think you're a fucking weirdo. Girls are not, they're only females in the military. You don't say that shit if you're a civilian. You're going to be looked at as fucking weird. But there's girls in every branch now, man. There's females everywhere. It's a different military. It's not even like 10 years ago. It's so different from even 10 years ago. There's so much change. There's females all over the place. But which ones are the hot? You know, some people say Marines have the hottest females because they're fit. You have to be fit in the Marines. So if you're a female Marine, you know, they're going to be fit. But Air Force, a lot of the people go Air Force that are females because you think it's the perceived easiest branch, right? But then the Navy too, you get the Navy, you get a lot of females in the Navy too. It was like 40% female on my ship. It was like 60-40. Wolf Den, thank you so much, bro, for the donation. How does buddy program work? If y'all 3 hours apart, how does the buddy program work? If you're talking about the buddy program before you go to boot camp, trying to rank up, I know if you get people to join, right? If you, what's the word? Recommend them or refer. If you refer them and like they join and go to boot camp, then you can get a rank up. You know, like Mario, you get the mushroom, bro. You get the rank up from your advertising of the Navy. I don't know how the buddy. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're talking about the buddy program. I got that confused with another program, bro. I think is the buddy program where you join with somebody. I believe the buddy program is like when you join with somebody and like you both are together, right? Like you go through all the training together. I don't know anything about that. So I don't know about that program, if that's what you're talking about. That'd be cool though. If that's a thing, if the buddy program, you can like join with a homie and you guys like go through all the pipelines together. That's a pretty cool thing. I don't know about it though. I couldn't tell you, Wolf. Your nephew wants to join with you. That's awesome, bro. I hope you guys can do that. DWK Videos is in the chat, man. Donnie, he says, F me daddy. Yes, all right, Donnie. We'll do that soon, bro. Real soon. Yo, DWK, man. If you guys don't know, not only is he my son, but, bro, he's a fellow Navy YouTuber. You guys go subscribe to DWK Videos right now. You guys go show some love. He's going to be up at my Casa potentially next week for some more collaborations. Yo, $5 super chat, bro. Space Cowboy. Hashtag AskJT. Thank you, man, for the support, number one. He says, yo, in depth right now, training for Navy diver. Have you ever worked with, know a diver, and do you have any tips preparing myself for the PST? Awesome, man. So training for Navy diver, number one, your conditioning is going to have to be on point, right? So if you're a good swimmer, swimmers have an advantage. You know, a lot of swimmers, water polo people, swimmers, even wrestlers try to go like spec ops, you know, and you guys have an advantage is that you're super conditioned, you know, and that's a lot of the things that people fail in training is the swimming portions. A lot of people will wash out because of the swimming shit, you know? So training for Navy diver, I don't know, man. I just, they have the scores that you should hit, right? You know, the Navy for spec ops, they recommend, you know, like you have the baseline standards for spec ops, right? Like, what is it? You have to swim, combat side stroke, a certain amount of yards in a certain amount of time, right? And they'll have a recommended time for average people. And then they'll have a time for the top line scores. You should be trying to hit every top line score for the PST. For swimming, push-ups, pull-ups, run, you should be trying to hit the best scores for all those things before you join. Because there's going to be people that not only are crushing those scores, but they're mentally fucking prepared too. So you got to compete with the best of the best of the best, you know? So you got to already be there at the top, you know? You should already be there. You should already have the best scores you can get before you even go, bro. All right, guys. Hey, man. Oh shit, we got another $5 holler, Jason. Thank you, brother. If I have a bachelor degree, do you know people went to boot camp in Rhode Island? If I have a bachelor's degree, do you know people that went to boot camp in Rhode Island? Did like it. All right, I'm having trouble deciphering what you're asking in that question. So are you saying I don't know anything about officer boot camp. So if you're asking me about officer boot camp, I'm not sure. I can tell you a lot of people with bachelor degrees go enlisted. They go regular old enlisted with bachelor degrees. A lot of people with degrees don't want the officer experience. You know, the officer experience is going to be way different than the enlisted. Although officer, yes, you're going to make a lot more money and have a better quality of life per se. Enlisted, you're going to like have such fucking awesome friendships, man, and bonds and experiences that you can't get as an officer. But the money though is you're making so much more money though. Like if you have the potential to go officer, you're going to be able to save so much more and set yourself up even better. I didn't have my bachelor's degree. I'm just about to get my degree now. So I didn't have the potential to go officer. I just wanted to join the Navy after high school, dude. I was 18. I wanted to join, get out, of the parental unit's home and just like start learning how to be a fucking man. I was just a fucking kid, But I hope that answered, Jason, if you want to ask that question a different way, let me know, bro. I'm not sure if I understood that question though, but I hope I answered it. All right, guys. Hey, boys. Hey, fam. I appreciate all the support, guys. I appreciate all the freaking support. The vlog yesterday's blowing up. The vlog yesterday, man, when I went back to the Navy, went back to the base, it was such a fun time. Huge shout out again to everybody that was there. Donnie, Nikki, Josh, Nikki's wife, Justine. Thank you so much for all the hospitality. And thank you everybody today, man, in these Mrs. Suits. Babe, I'm about to wrap up the live stream. You come over here and say bye. Mrs. Suits is coming over, yo. But guys, thank you so much for all the support, man, in these live streams. Everyone who's donated, man, everyone who's supporting the channel, it means a lot. And I will continue, man, to keep grinding for you, to keep grinding for the fam. Videos every day on the channel. You guys know how it is. This live stream will be on the channel. Usually I delete the live streams. I don't keep them up just because it's just for the people that were live, and it's not polished. It's not very polished either. But I'm going to keep this one up as AskJT. I might just start doing the hashtag AskJTs as a live stream because YouTube is taking a shit, My videos are all getting restricted still. It's kind of bull. It's kind of bullshit. But hey,
what?
Goodbye from the familia.
Snow Wolf is in the chat.
Get out of here.
Oh, Snow.
Yeah, Snow. Hey, man, Thomas TV, Snow Wolf, bro. We appreciate your support too, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Brand new video tomorrow. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Papa. Call Papa.
Daddy.
Papa. Come here, boy.
No, I don't want. Come here, boy.
Come here, boy. Come here. Get him up here. We have to outro Papa. Come here, boy. Up.
Papa, go. What's
Up.
Dad?
Come here.
Serious, where's Dad? Where's Dad?
Come here. Come here.
Where's Dad?
Up. Yo, Zachary, bro, this video is going to be staying up, bro. I know you just got here. I'm going to timestamp all the questions that I answered. This video will be still up on the channel, AskJT number 31. I believe this is episode 31 or 32. It's 31 or 32. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Holy cannoli.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.